Fargo man is facing multiple charges, including forced gross sexual imposition and kidnapping, after Fargo police were made aware of a report of sexual assault. Now, officers were called out to a local healthcare facility at 6:45 last night, where a victim identified 39-year-old Travis Holt as the suspect. Holt and the victim lived in the same apartment complex located in the 2600 block of 8th Street North. When officers arrived at the complex to speak with Holt, he refused to come out. Now, due to Holt's criminal history, River Valley SWAT came out to assist in arresting him. Officials say that multiple tactics were used to arrest him this morning just before 7 a.m. Holt is being charged with aggravated assault, felony trespassing, forced gross sexual imposition, and kidnapping.